I was the last generation. When I was in my early 20s, that was the last set of people in the early 20s that didn't do social media. And it was magical. It was real. I mean, we played shows, we passed out flyers, we went to clubs, we went places, and nothing. There was no social media. It was just authentic, and it was so much fun, and the vibe was there. And you young people, you will never have an authentic, magical experience in your early 20s because it's been taken from you somehow through whatever. I can't explain it right now, but like that vibe, like for instance, like that movie Wedding Singer kind of captured that an 80s vibe, even though it was filmed much later. Whatever that is, you know, that people had in the 70s and 80s, like even though when I was in my early 20s it was like the early 2000s, but we were like living like we were in that movie like Dazed and Confused or whatever. Like we had the vibe, and no one will ever have that after. I was the last generation of just normal people before. Now it's like, oh, let me take a picture. Let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. You want to take a picture we're in the club. Let's take a picture. Look, I'm taking a drink. Look, I'm hugging this person. It's just stupid. The whole mindset is everything you do, you're like, how is this gonna look on like a social platform, basically? So it's not authentic. Some young people have a pretty cool vibe. I will say it. Some of them kind of have it, whatever it is. But what I'm trying to get at is, what's the time at? I had just so much fun in my early 20s. Like I really did. I going to LA, going to clubs. I had like a really attractive girlfriend, and I just had the look, and I was in a band. It was just like every day was just so much fun, from like really like 14 to like 24, and then it started going downhill. It went downhill pretty good, and then it's like crash, rock bottom at like 30, and it's been a climb up ever since then. But I'm just actually now starting, like literally in the last like month since I've been recording my album, starting to feel like that vibe again. It's like coming back. It's like, whoa. But yeah, I wish I had but the downside of that is like I wish I would have had more, documented more and took more pictures. There's only like so many pictures from the like the good years, like maybe like 100 pictures total for like 6 years. Now people take 100 pictures in like a month or whatever. But anyways, like there's a handful of like albums and demos. There's even a documentary out there. It wasn't super magical. It's kind of, honestly, it was kind of a shitty documentary because we were drinking a lot. I did that one when I was like 23 years old. That was like the beginning of like basically like heavy alcoholism and other stuff. But there was like this sweet spot. There's like this sweet spot from like 19 to like 22 that was really, really fun. And just it was just a lot of good times, and I kind of want to, I don't know, maybe write some of this down or something before I forget it. But and there's a handful like demos out there and songs that I've recorded that I haven't released yet. I might release them like after I do like a couple albums. I'd be like, oh, this is some of like the old stuff I did back in the day. Yeah, but yeah, I just looking at this picture of when my grandpa died at the funeral, and just like that was during that like that sweet like the golden years, of like a lot of people, some people had, in California and other places, just I don't know, like the magic and the vibe and the spark or whatever, like like it's really, America just doesn't have it anymore. Like when I was a kid growing up, it was like the worst things were like the flu, like maybe like an earthquake, if an earthquake happened, and like AIDS. That was like the most, that was as scary as it got, you know. And now it's just like, it's crazy, man, with the vaccines and the shootings and the wars. It's just like way different now. I just feel like things are like becoming more micromanaged, you know, with like obviously technology's changing so much with social platforms, cell phones, apps. Like it just sucks. It sucks. It's all fucking shitty, and that's why I like following people that are like 10 years older than me, and they just post fucking shit from the 80s all the time because it's like awesome. And I wish they created like a little city where like everything was like 1988, and it was like the whole city was just 1988. You know, they should make an amusement park like that, and you could live in it. You could live in this amusement park, and you could fucking buy a car and work like at a pizza place or whatever, and just like, I don't know, go back in time.